Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Against the Call. It is episode 43. And if you see right next to me, Mr. John McDougall has returned for this episode.
Bye, guys.
Nick was not able to come. He is taking a final and he's moving out of his dorm to move back home. But we still have a great show for you. To start us off, we're going to have around the league NBA playoff updates. Following that, we'll have the Mount Rushmore greatest NBA playoff performers of all time. And then we'll have around the league NFL draft recap. We're going to talk about it here and later this week with Nick when he's here. And then we'll have the countdown, biggest winners of this draft. And then we will have crystal ball predictions, way too early offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year for the NFL. And then we'll have around the league MLB with all the updates that's going on right now. And then we'll have around the league NHL with their playoff update. And we'll end it off with our John takes, but also mainly John tweets right now.
It's more like John tweets.
John tweets and draft day, because of course we have to have draft day with the best fast food spots, and we'll have the post game as well. But John, how's it been? It's been so long.
Dude, I've been a busy man, dude. Getting ready for graduation. I got some other stuff brewing too. So it's just like, man, like busy man, dude. That's all I gotta say. Like,
and the weekly dose.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that right now. So we're figuring stuff out, and
it's coming up though.
Yeah,
it's on the come up. Only up from here. But we're gonna head into the pregame. Thank you guys for listening. Make sure y'all like, subscribe. It really means a lot to us. Make sure you check out OuttaPocket Sports. Everything there. We have so many podcasts, so many good ones. We have the weekly dose that's going to be coming up on our YouTube, and we have foil hats, the uppercut, riled up, Jay's fifth down, against the call, everything. It's so good. But we're going to head into around the league NBA playoff update. Round one has officially ended with the Warriors beating the Kings, an upset. No one wanted to see this happen.
No, I was actually like I don't care about basketball as much, but I actually wanted to see the Kings succeed. And I thought that first game, because I did watch that first game, I thought they had a chance, bro.
Yeah, they were doing good.
You saw that kid saying 4-0. Well, we dropped 4-0. I'm like,
you jinxed it.
And he did that to Curry, to all the people. And
Curry
then
took that personally.
That post-game
Curry
interview.
really took that personally.
You just see that post-game interview with him laughing. Oh, dude, it was over.
Curry dropped 50 in game 7. He dropped 50 on them in a 120-100 win. It is so disappointing. This Kings team was like they're like not the underdog, but the real underdog, because it's the first time they made the playoffs in a long time. Everyone wanted to see them succeed, but they lost to the defending champs.
I think the slander for them winning that game one and how they acted shouldn't exist, bro. Like, so what? They acted like they won the damn NBA playoff. I mean, not playoffs, finals, bro. That was their first. Was that their first ever franchise playoff win?
I don't think it. No, not their first ever franchise.
Okay, but
win.
either way,
like, a long time.
Since 2009, correct?
I think it's longer than that.
All right, since whenever. But dude, like you gotta that's a long time as a sports fan.
It is a long time.
I mean,
I don't blame them. I would have done the same.
I would do them. Yes, who wouldn't?
I mean, in their defense, they did better this year than the Warriors. The Warriors have had a disappointing year, but I'm actually starting to get scared.
It all depends on the postseason, bro.
And they basically have the same team as they did last year when they won the championship. But we'll see what happens with them. Yeah. We'll go back to Saturday when the first game of the round 2 has happened, which was Suns Nuggets. The Nuggets practically smacked the Suns in a 125-107 victory to take the first game in the series. God, I really hope the Nuggets win this. The Suns are like a super team right now.
They got like what?
They got Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, Chris Paul. Uh-huh. Their team is nasty. And then me and Nick have always been talking about this, but like KD like tries to prove himself, and then he leaves the team he's trying to prove himself with to join a super team. It'd be so funny.
It seems like that. Yeah, it does seem like, because he did that with the Warriors, correct?
Yeah, he was on the Thunder, and then he left to go to the Warriors, and then he left to go to the Nets, failed, and now he's on another super team with the Suns. But that was the only game that was on Saturday. The stats with that game: Kevin Durant put up 29 and Booker put up 27. Both solid games from them. And Aaron Gordon, every one of the stars had 10 plus more points, which is very, very good. Aaron Gordon had 23, Jokic had 24, and Jamal Murray had 34. It was great game for that whole team. They knew what they were doing out there. They got the job done. But when it goes to Sunday, like we said, Warriors did beat the Kings. Unfortunately, it happens. The Kings will be back. But the other game that happened was the game one of the Heat versus Knicks, and the Heat took it. Jimmy Buckets strikes again. This team in the playoffs is on fire, like straight fire.
They're in the Heat, man. Like, what do you gotta say? Like,
Bro,
living up to their name.
they upset the Bucks, which was crazy. They upset.
They
Giannis.
didn't have Giannis though. That's the thing.
He did come back in the last 2 games.
Oh, the last 2 games?
Yeah, he was out for
Ooh, I didn't know that.
one game, but he was dealing with injury, a back injury.
So he wasn't 100%. So you can't really.
Yeah, Giannis in the post-game interview, press conference interview, he seemed kind of mad because someone's like,
dude, I mean, whenever you're sitting there at the post after a loss, bro, and they ask you stupid questions, like, what are you gonna?
Was it a failure? Were you a failure?
I'm sitting here after a loss. What was it? Game 7?
It was game 6.
Game 6. I didn't get to go to game 7, bro. Like, yeah, that's any loss in playoffs. Like, even if it's one loss, yeah, you failed that game, bro. Like,
oh yeah. Actually, no, it was game 5. Sorry,
game 5.
Game 5. But he's sitting there like, didn't this team win a championship like 2 years ago? No, we're not a failure. We'll come back next year. We'll play again. We got this far. It's not a failure at all. But Giannis took that personally. I just want to say.
I mean, who wouldn't?
But back to the Heat. Jimmy Butler had 25 points with 11 rebounds. Bam Adebayo had 16 points with 8 rebounds. This team is like, they're kind of scaring me as a Celtics fan. I'm glad they beat the Bucks because now the Celtics have home court advantage the whole rest of the playoffs. But still, this team knows what they're doing. They have the playoff experience. They've been to the playoffs for the past 3 years now, right. And they beat the Celtics once. The Celtics beat them again. I do see the Celtics versus Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals this year. Hopefully, game 1. That brings us to the next point. Game 1 of the Celtics 76ers is tonight. They were recording this. It'll be over by the time this is out. Hopefully, dear God, the Celtics win.
You know what they need? They need Trae Young just for this next series, bro. Did Trae Young go back to New York?
No, he's on the Falcons. He's on the Hawks still.
He needs to go back to New York, bro. Like, dude, that's imagine if he gets traded over there.
I mean, Hawks fans are bashing on Trae Young for some reason right now, and he's been with them his entire career, and I don't understand why he's led that team to a game 6 in Boston, and I mean, it was crazy. He was going off. He was getting 25-point plus games every time.
Yeah,
and I think he's the leader of that team, and I don't know why these fans want him traded, but
because that's just how Georgia fans are. If they're not getting what they want, then they're just like, no matter what sport it is, baseball, football, even football,
Yeah.
So it's just they're still struggling. They're still kind of hungover about the World Series, so they're kind of
Yeah, but with the Celtics 76ers game tonight, it is doubtful that Joel Embiid plays. So the Celtics have to win this. If this is a must-win game for them. Joel Embiid's out. They have all the cards for them right now. The 76ers have James Harden, obviously, but we got Jason Tatum, 30 points per game player this year. So we'll see what happens. But another thing that's tonight is game 2 of the Suns at Nuggets. It's going to be another good one. It's in Denver still. And hopefully the Denver Nuggets played like they did last time. But we'll see what happens. Going on to the Tuesday, it will be game 2 of the Heat and Knicks. I think it'll be the same thing. I do believe the Heat are on fire right now, and the Knicks don't know how to stop them. But
do you think they're going to get swept, the Knicks?
I kind of hope so because we almost had Zach on today, huge New York fan.
Oh yeah, I know.
And he was gonna talk his shit, but damn, he couldn't come on. Unfortunately, I want to see that happen, but I do kind of want to see the Knicks get swept because I think it'd be funny. But the big game is game 1, Lakers Warriors. Lakers beats Knicks Grizzlies team. And they went on to face.
That's funny.
That is funny. How much shit we were talking about the Lakers this year.
Yeah, that is funny. I mean, it wasn't really like us. I mean, you talked your share, and then Nick talked his share. But yeah, I thought it was pretty funny when I saw that. I was like,
I remember saying, "Will the Lakers even make the playoffs this year?" But
they're in the second round.
Now they're in the second round playing the Warriors. And this is actually going to be a great series.
I'm actually going to watch this.
Yeah, LeBron versus Curry. Yeah. Again, I mean, we've seen this so many times in the finals.
I think this could be the last dance too, man. Because
Last dance for LeBron.
this series,
Oh,
LeBron versus Curry again. I mean, I don't
okay.
see.
I mean, yeah, it could be. Who knows?
I
Well,
don't know. We'll
it
see.
might not be, but it
I
depends.
hope not. I hope
Uh,
not.
I
But
hope not, but it's still going to be a great series. They're both evenly matched. They came with the records of 1 game off. The Lakers are 1 game behind them this whole year, but it's LeBron in the playoffs. He's the all-time leading scorer in the
he's
playoffs,
an old
all-time
man,
leading
dude.
scorer in general.
He's an old man, dude.
But he's still doing good. He
Hey,
beat the Grizzlies. He beat the
who's that guy
Grizzlies.
from the Grizzlies that said that? I forgot his name.
Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Dude, I'm, I told Nick this. Did you see the dance they did? Like, get one of the game. Yeah. it was so cringe, dude. Was it not cringe?
It was pretty cringe.
Nick
bro.
was trying to defend it. I'm like, dog.
All right, dude. Listen. I gotta. That's his team, bro. You
Yeah,
gotta respect it,
I know,
bro.
but
Whatever they do, listen. If the team's going down, you're going down with the team, bro. Like you.
speaking of Dylan Brooks, he's getting fined because he would not show up to the couple press conferences after the games.
I mean, dude, when you talk your shit and then you lose in this manner, dude. Whenever you call someone like, "Oh yeah, he's just an old man,"
Yeah,
like,
he was like he was shitting on LeBron.
and then you just get what? They went to a game 5, correct?
Yeah,
So, dude, you didn't even make it in a 7, bro. It wasn't even a battle, dude. You won one. You won one game, dude. You won one game.
was it one or 2 games? I can't remember.
If it was game 5, they only won one game.
They won 2 games. It was
Okay,
game
so it was
six for
game
them.
6. Okay.
Yeah, it was game 6 for them. Game 5 for the Heat Bucks.
Still though, that's just the beauty of the postseason, bro.
It
There's
is.
always that one guy on that one team that talks the most shit.
Yeah.
And I mean, it happens in every sport. I mean,
Yeah.
and every team has it, bro. I mean, you had
Every team has them. Yeah.
you had the Rays in Boston. What was it, 21? We're ordering champagne up to Boston, and then we just
Yeah, they
got
lost.
dropped.
They
Yeah,
lost.
so I mean,
Love to see
team
it. Love to see it.
every team has it. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's
But-
just funny.
Yeah, it is. We'll see what they do next year. But the last game is Wednesday. I'm trying to get this over with so we don't have to talk about it on Wednesday when we record. It's the 76ers Celtics game 2, still in Boston. We'll see what happens there. Can't really talk anything about it because game 1 hasn't happened by the time this is recording, but we'll see. And we're going to head into our next segment here, which is Mount Rushmore, greatest playoff performers of all time. I'll start us off today. And my first one I'm going to talk about is the great Kobe Bryant. His 5,640 playoff points. He averaged 25.6 points per game, 5.1 rebounds per game, 4.6 assists per game. He's a 5-time NBA champ with a 2-time Finals MVP, and he is one clutch player in the playoffs. He's one clutch player in general, but in the playoffs, he showed his team was going to win.
Yeah.
He was insane on it. But my next player, I have the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He averaged 24.3 points per game. If you exclude his seasons where he went from his 39 to 41 years old ages, he would be averaging 27.3 points per game. But he also averaged 10 rebounds per game and 2.4 blocks per game. He retired the leading playoff scorer with 5,762, still above Kobe. He's a 6-time NBA champ with a 2-time Finals MVP. And then my next one I have is what some may say the GOAT of the league, LeBron James. He is averaging 28.5 points per game, 9 rebounds per game, 7.2 assists per game, and he is the league leader in playoff points by far with 7,764 and counting because he is still playing in the playoffs right now. He is a 4-time NBA champ and a 4-time Finals MVP. So he had to be on the list. And then my last one is obviously my GOAT, Michael Jordan. He averaged 33.6 points per game, 6 rebounds per game, 5.7 assists, and 2.1 steals. He retired passing Kareem and became the leader in playoff points with 5,987 until LeBron passed him. But he's a 6-time NBA champ, doing a three-peat 2 times. And then he was also the Finals MVP for every single one of those. He's obviously the greatest in my opinion, and he just dominated the playoffs.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So my list, I got to go with Michael Jordan's son, Jimmy Buckets. There's no one telling me different that it's not his son. But that's a story for 10 foil hats.
Foil hat.
Kobe Bryant, I mean, he explained it pretty well. He's just a clutch guy, and you need that clutch guy in the playoffs to be, to make it far. I mean,
Obviously,
you just can't, LeBron James, I mean, I'll be stupid not to have LeBron James in here just because, I mean, dude, when you have the experience like LeBron in the playoffs, like you just have to be put up there,
Yeah.
Who else? What was it, Kareem?
Yeah, Kareem.
I'll put him up there. I mean, you explained it best. I mean, he was a leading point scorer in the playoffs?
At the time he retired, he was
I mean, that's you have to make the playoffs a lot to get up there. So I mean, that explains it. So
yeah, so that's a good list. I mean, my honorable mention is Tim Duncan and Jimmy Buckets. Jimmy Butler has been going insane this playoffs. He's been going insane the last couple playoffs he's been in. 50 points and dropping the Bucks in Game 5 is crazy.
I mean, he beat the Bucks by himself.
Yeah.
Let's be real here. Like
he was carrying that team.
He's. I think all the I feel like all the postseason runs the Heat has as of late has just been like Jimmy Butler.
I mean, without Jimmy Butler, they wouldn't get where they are.
I know. I mean, of course, there's role players in it.
I mean, yeah, they have Bam Adebayo, they have Kyle Lowry, they have Tyler Hero, but Tyler Hero's hurt. He got hurt in the playoffs.
Yeah, he broke his hand.
Yeah, he broke his hand, and Jimmy Butler just stepped up for him. But that's gonna wrap it up for Mount Rushmore greatest NBA playoff performers of all time. We're gonna go into around the league NFL because the draft just happened. A lot of teams did very good, but with the first pick, the Panthers got Bryce Young. They got their guy. I think it was the best option for them.
That or CJ Stroud, but I think
CJ Stroud, dumb.
I mean, you can play ball though. I mean, you can be stupid.
He had the lowest IQ.
I know.
And dumb.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
No disrespect, but
you know what was funny though?
What?
Will Levis.
Dude, yeah, I was about to get to that.
Yeah, I know. Any guy that puts mayonnaise in, dude, he shouldn't.
Oh my god, I saw that.
He shouldn't even be in the.
No,
he should be nasty. In prison, dude.
That was nasty. I thought that was fake. It was like, there's no way when he said that. Then he actually showed it.
Dude, like, what does that add? Like
nothing. Like it's gross, dude.
Like you put cream, or I mean, I put sugar in my coffee and I drink it black.
Yeah,
like that's fine. That's normal, right? Or mayo, some people put cream, but mayonnaise?
I've never seen mayo in someone's coffee.
I mean, that is the most whitest thing I have ever seen from a white dude, bro.
I've never seen a white person do that.
That's like I might have to take his white card, bro, because that is like he's not making us look good, bro.
No wonder he didn't get drafted in the first round, dog.
He's going to Tennessee, bro. Yeah, so maybe Tennessee can fix him right, Like
that leads me up to the next point. Tennessee traded up in the second round to draft Levis. But another thing on Levis, he came to the draft and he left before he even got drafted. Why would you leave?
Because he was wasn't he predicted to go?
He was predicted. There was a few months ago.
That's his. In his defense, he was predicted to go first round.
Yeah, but
did everybody see it like that? No, I didn't see it like that.
I didn't think he would. I actually, I'm not gonna lie, I did think he was gonna get drafted just because there's all like his hype got really big.
He did, but
I honestly thought like the Colts was gonna draft him.
No, dude.
I feel like he would have been a good fit for the Colts. First round pick, no. But like,
I think Anthony Richardson is more raw.
Yeah, I was gonna get
than that. He's more athletic than Levis.
And we'll get to Richardson in a second. But with Levis, I remember a few months ago he was interviewed asking if he's going to go to the draft. He said, "I'm only going if I know I'm going to be a first round pick."
I mean, he's cocky, but you can't.
Yeah, cocky.
You can't really like dog. I mean, you could dog on him in all you want, but at the same time, man, he got drafted in the second round, so he's still going to be getting paid.
Yeah, and he's honestly in a very good position for him. He won't be playing for 1, maybe 2 years. He's going to learn behind Ryan Tannehill.
Rebuild.
He'll come.
Tennessee's in the middle of
the start of a rebuild, I'd say.
Yeah, I don't want to say they have key players.
They have the best running back in the league, arguably the best running back.
Yeah, so they have players. I mean, if they trade Derrick Henry,
which there's rumors that they will, but
then
don't
I
know.
could see them go on a full rebuild. But
Yeah,
I mean, when you have that type of division that they play in, dude, I mean, all you got to do is beat the Jags.
yeah, and
That's it.
Levis, like I said, this is the best, in my opinion, the best option for Levis. He'll be learning
Yeah.
behind a good quarterback in Ryan Tannehill. He's a valid starting role quarterback, which is super good for him. But with we're going to C.J. Stroud, I honestly think he's going to be the bust of the draft.
No,
I the
no,
Texans is it's the Texans,
no.
dude. He doesn't have a
I don't.
weapons.
I think if there's going to be a bust, it'll be Will Levis, and
Well,
I stand by
I
that.
just don't think it's gonna be Will Levis because I don't think he's gonna be play for 2 years.
That's
But like
true.
C.J. Stroud,
I mean,
Anthony Richardson, and Bryce Young, they're all being thrown in. And I'm gonna come to see Anthony Richardson in a second after C.J. Stroud,
yeah,
but
I think if there's anybody out of this draft that's going to be a bust, it'll be Will Levis. I mean, C.J. Stroud, it will be definitely a close second for me. But I mean, yeah, he's dumb. You know, he did score a low on his
was like a 13 or something.
13%. But I mean, that's just Ohio State for you, man. What do you have to say? You know, that's just Ohio State.
Who knows what happens? Well,
But
the
yeah.
Texans, it's the Texans. Maybe he proves me wrong, but I just think out of these quarterbacks,
look at Deshaun Watson, man. Like,
yeah, but they did have a lot more.
I know he had a lot more, and I know, you know, like Deshaun, you know, I think he at the time he was drafted, he was better than CJ.
Yeah.
But I think CJ could develop into a great quarterback. I'm not saying that he's gonna be like, I mean, he can't. I mean, in reality, he can't start for Texas because what do they got to lose? I mean,
I can only see them maybe playing Davis Mills for the first 2 games.
I mean, what do they got to
But
lose though? Like, I would much
Davis
rather
isn't a veteran, so
I would much rather put a young quarterback in with a team with nothing to lose. Because you got to think they're not going for a division.
I mean, yeah, and they have
know?
a new head coach.
Exactly.
So we'll see what happens. But with Anthony Richardson, I honestly think this is the worst case scenario for him. I thought this is a team he could really bust with. I really thought with the Seahawks, I thought the Seahawks could have drafted him, and that would have been the best option for him.
So I do got to say this. So going into the college football year, Anthony Richardson wasn't even predicted to go
first round.
I don't even think I think he was actually predicted to go undrafted. Let's be real.
Some people were saying. I think so. Nick said late rounds.
Late rounds, whatever. So the fact that he even got drafted and he was able to go to Kansas City, I think that's a win on itself. Yes, it's the Colts. It's a big win. Yes, it's the Colts, and yes, he's able. You know, he could be. You know, able to bust, no homo.
You were thinking.
I was trying to think of a way to get out of it, but you know, I'm just, you know, I don't need no pause moments here, so I just gotta clear that out. But I think if there's any team that he was gonna bust with, it will be the Colts. But you gotta think. I think Anthony Richardson is, and this is like not. I'm telling this as a football watcher. I think he's the most athletic.
He is. He's definitely
like quarterback in that draft.
I think he is the most talented quarterback in the draft.
Yes, and I think he has the same potential as Bryce Young and C.J. Stroud.
I think he has more potential than C.J. Stroud, and I think he's on the same level as Bryce Young.
Yeah. Now I do got to say this though. Bryce Young has. I mean, he's going to have a lot of stuff building up in him. You know. Like he's like, oh, I'm the number one pick. I gotta be perfect. You know?
I think and Bryce Young. He was put into his. I'll talk more about him in a little bit, but he's put in like the perfect position. His team around him, they have built a great team around him to play. But like I said, I'll talk about him a little bit more. You got to think
about Bryce. I'm not dogging on any Alabama quarterback, but at the same time, like if you look at Alabama quarterbacks in the past, I mean, even with Mac Jones. When they come to the NFL, it's like a whole new quarterback, it feels like. Because you got to think, when you play at Alabama,
it's totally different.
You got the best wide receivers. You got the best defense. You got the best everything, right?
Yeah.
And then you go, you're a top draft pick, and you go and you fail. And whenever you go to a super successful program like Alabama, like Georgia, like whatever, right? And then you don't face diversity, you don't face losing. I mean, there's something like Georgia went undefeated last year.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you have that and then you start losing, how are you gonna evolve like that? I mean, we saw that with what's his name? Trevor Lawrence.
Hmm.
I mean, he hasn't lost a game ever since he joined Jags. He didn't lose a game until he got into the NFL. Think about.
He lost like was it 2-3 games in the college because he lost in the national
Okay.
championship.
I'm talking about regular season,
Oh, regular season.
like
Yeah.
playoffs, whatever. But then he got to the NFL. Of course, you have Urban Meyer, and he had some other stuff with the team and some inside stuff with the team. But he faced diversity, and he was able to do it. So that's a true first round pick.
Hmm.
Now you see a lot of first round picks that don't work out. I mean, there's a lot more that work out than don't work out, but you still had that. That's just the joy of the draft, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But yeah, I agree with you. But Richardson, I do like Richardson. I really hope it goes well. I mean, he has some weapons. He has Michael Pittman. He has Jonathan Taylor. We'll see what happens. He has a good O line. I think if it was me, I would start Gardner Minshew first for a little bit.
oh yeah, definitely.
I would start. I don't think you should throw. I just don't think. I think Richardson's a project, in my opinion. That's why I thought the Seahawks would have been the perfect spot for him. He would have been behind Geno Smith for two years, maybe
I'd say 1 year. I mean, he could develop. Yeah,
it's just because they signed Geno to a 3-year contract,
Yeah.
but his first year is like the Warriors getting most of his money.
yeah.
But it would have been perfect. It's the perfect system, in my opinion, for him. He had the weapons. Three great wide receivers on the Seahawks. But I think that would have been the best. But the Colts, this is like a big. He's either booming or busting, dude.
Yeah.
Like it's either he's going to be really good or he's going to do terrible.
I think Anthony Richardson could beat the Florida curse in quarterbacks. I mean, let's be real. Like we had Tebow, which was our closest guy.
Yeah.
And even he retired and played baseball. That's that's kind of like at the level we are. But I think Anthony could definitely.
Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
But we're gonna move on to the Lions. They went and drafted Jahmyr Gibbs at 12 and traded DeAndre Swift to the Eagles. I think the Lions did not have that good of a draft. You do not draft a running back this early.
Yeah.
Like it's known you don't draft running backs. They can turn out to be bad. You could have got him. They had another pick at 19, I'm pretty sure, something like that. It was a 18, which they could have got him at 18. And their 18th pick was someone that was projected not even make first round.
Yeah.
Which was I don't think it was smart by them.
I felt like
they didn't even need a running back. Swift was a good running back, and they have David Montgomery they signed.
You know what it looked like with Detroit? It looked like a guy running his Madden franchise that doesn't know shit about college.
And in Madden, it doesn't matter because Madden, like if you can draft running backs and stuff.
No. I'm talking. Yeah, I know. It's just like oh, this guy has a higher overall rating. Oh, I'm gonna draft this guy.
He's the best running back or best running back available.
Okay, I'm gonna go for it first round. Let's go.
Same with the Falcons because the Falcons are the same thing, and they went and drafted Bijan Robinson.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Falcons could stay sucking. They could stay sucking, dude. Like, yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with Bryce Young. So hey, I'm fine with that.
But the Falcons didn't need to draft him. Honestly, they had better players. There's better players available that they probably could have needed.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Bijan Robinson is good. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he's not. He was the best running back in the draft. But you guys could have drafted these running backs later in like the second round or something and get something you really needed, like a defense for the Falcons, maybe. Definitely defense for the Lions. They could have went CB. They could have drafted Christian Gonzalez before the Patriots did. And the Patriots, amazing draft. I was going to say that. We'll talk more about that in a second, but amazing draft. But yeah, the Lions could have done better. I don't think they improved their team a little bit, but they lost Swift. Not surprising. It looks like they didn't really like Swift.
Didn't they draft Hendon Hooker though?
Did they draft Hendon Hooker? Lions did draft Hendon Hooker. Yeah, there's going to be.
That's a pretty solid pickup for them.
Yeah, he's definitely going to be a project behind Jared Goff. Because Jared Goff, he's not losing that job. He did amazing for him.
I know, but like he's a good backup.
Yeah,
for now.
Best in the draft. He was the 5th best QB in the draft.
Yeah, so I think he's
Yeah. And then the Raiders, they did good with drafting the best tight end of the draft with Michael Mayer, sorry, and they needed him because they traded away Darren Waller. It's a very good pick, and he could be. I could see him being a top tight end in his future.
Okay,
but that's going to wrap it up for the draft recap. We're going to head into the countdown. Biggest winners of the draft. Me and John basically kind of have the same ones, I'd say.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start with my number 5, which was the Panthers. They got their franchise QB in Young, who I believe will be great for them.
I wouldn't say franchise yet, but he can be the franchise quarterback.
Yeah, I think he will be. I do. I personally do believe he will be.
We've seen first rounders like So
Yeah,
we'll see that.
Who knows what happens?
No, I mean he can be. He's I'm not saying he isn't, but yeah, I got you for that. Bro.
But they also got good wide receiver and Jonathan Mingo, as well as defensive help and DJ Johnson and edge and Jamie Robinson as the defensive back. And they also got O-line help to protect Bryce Young and Chandler Zavala. And at number 4, we get the Bengals. They started the draft building a young defense with defensive end Miles Murphy, cornerback DJ Turner, and safety Jordan Battle. They also drafted another cornerback later in the draft in DJ Ivy with their last pick, actually. And then they also got offensive help and 2 wide receivers in Charlie Jones and Andre Lozivas, as well as a running back in Chase Brown, because who knows what Joe Mixon is going to happen. They need to get that replacement just in case. But Bengals did have a great draft. And my 3, I got the Steelers. They drafted Broderick Jones, a great tackle to protect Pickett. That's their main need, in my opinion, was the O-line, because Pickett needs that protection, especially for a lot of people are saying Pickett may be a bust. And also, they got defensive tackle Keanu Benton, a good interior defender who can get to the QB. As also, they got a good young tight end in Darnell Washington. But at my number 2, I got the Patriots. They had 12 picks in this draft. They loaded out and got arguably the best cornerback in the draft in Christian Gonzalez at 14. He was not expected to drop that low, as well as 2 more cornerbacks to strengthen their secondary, because they lost a lot of their defenders this year in the offseason. But they also got 2 solid wide receiver in LSU, Keyshawn Bout and Liberty Demario Douglas at 210, pick 210. As well as they got a new punter because they lost Jake Bailey, Bryce Behringer, and they also got the best kicker in the country, Chad Ryland. They lost both other punter and kicker this offseason. And then they also got 3 O-line to help protect Mac Jones this year. And they already did have a solid O-line, so that's also just as a plus for us. And they as well got an edge and Legion Marte and linebacker Marte Mapu.
Who the hell is going to be your quarterback, dude?
Mac Jones.
Okay, because I saw a video.
No, Mac Jones said Mac Jones. Bill Belichick said Mac Jones our QB.
Okay,
which he's a good quarterback. He was
good.
Last year, it's because of Matt Patricia, dude. Matt Patricia fucked us, and then now we have Bill O'Brien, who's a good offensive coach. So I do think he'll have a good year. But then my number 1, I'll give it to Eagles. They got dogs, literally. They got a bunch of Georgia Bulldogs, and they got DeAndre Swift. So it was a win-win for them.
They're building a super team up there in Philly, bro.
They already I thought they lost a lot. Man. They just gained a lot in the
you know what? They're just gonna lose in the Super Bowl. I mean,
no hope in your second team.
They're like my 3rd team, but I only watched. The only reason why they're my 3rd team is because I watch them only in the playoffs. I don't watch them in the regular season. Like the Jaguars, I'll go out watch regular season games. Same with the Bucks, but yeah. So
yeah,
and I mean, I could shit on the Eagles, like so. I'm like,
yeah,
I could dual threat guy, dual threat. So,
but they drafted arguably the best player in the draft in Jalen Carter. The only reason he wasn't hired because of his off the field issues. But they also got Nolan Smith in round 1, both key defenders for that Georgia team, as well as Georgia cornerback Keely Ringo and Illinois safety Sidney Brown. They also got good online help to help protect Jalen Hurts and Tyler Stinto. And they built a young, strong defense for all the losses they did have this offseason. And I think literally they did not make a bad pick in this draft. But that's going to wrap it up for that. And we're going to head into our last NFL topic segment, which is crystal ball predictions. Way too early NFL offensive rookie of the year and defensive rookie of the year. And we'll start with offense. And my offensive rookie of the year, in my opinion, will be Bryce Young. He is put into a very good offense with Adam Thielen, DJ Chark, Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders, and a pretty decent O line. Which
That's bold, dude. Picking a rookie for
rookie of the year.
Oh, rookie to
offensive rookie of the year.
Oh, I thought you meant
no,
like
not player
offense.
of the year.
I was okay. I could
No.
I can see that. I can see
no,
that.
offensive rookie of the year.
I was gonna say like offensive. I don't know about that.
No, not player of the year. I'm definitely not player of the year.
Okay.
Offensive rookie of the year.
Okay, that's respectable.
But like I said, Thielen, DJ Chark, Hayden Hurst, Miles Sanders, veteran, good weapons, especially in Adam Thielen. And then, like I said, his O line is not bad at all. What about you?
This is tough, man. Because I want to pick Bryce Young, but it comes down to CJ Stroud or Anthony Richardson. The thing with Anthony Richardson is I don't think he's going to be playing a full season. He'll be lucky if he plays half a season. CJ Stroud, I know he's going to get some playing time. I think he will be the guy.
I think he'll start. I think he'll start week 1.
So low key, man, give me CJ.
CJ?
Yeah, give me CJ.
Yeah,
I could see that. Yeah.
Yeah, he can be a very he can boom like fast. He really could. But
I mean, I just remember that playoff game he played against Georgia, man. Like that was a magical game for him.
Yeah,
just unfortunate.
He did do very good.
But
we're gonna head into defensive rookie of the year. I got Jalen Carter, like I said, arguably the best player in the draft, a key piece in that Georgia defense in their championship run. Just sucks that he had off-field troubles, or he would have been higher in this draft for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I just think he knows he can get past anyone to get to that QB.
Yeah, I know. Dude, give me literally any Georgia defensive line. Dude. I'm not kidding you, dude. Like those guys are certified dogs, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, like
literally.
They literally, dude, like they're like holy smokes, man. So just give me anybody on that Georgia line. I got winning it.
All right, valid for sure. And then that's gonna wrap it up for Crystal Ball. We'll see what happens. We'll get Nick's prediction as well in the next episode. But we're going to head into around the league, MLB. We pull up the standings right here. I know your team is in first.
Man, we're not just in first. We're the best team in the league, bro.
Yeah. I get it. Congratulations. But
not to mention we're doing historical shit now, dude. Like we are like, oh man,
still early in the season, John.
It is mad early, I know. But I just want you to read the standings out for me real quick. What's the AL East looking like right now?
All right, the AL East, all above 500, like predicted. This is the hardest.
Okay, but
division.
What's the numbers though? I want to know the numbers.
23-6 with the Rays.
Wait, what team is 23-6?
The Rays.
Sorry, my bad. What team is 23-6?
The Rays.
Okay.
And then 3.5 games behind them is the Orioles at 19-9. And 4.5 games behind the Rays is the Blue Jays at 18-10. And the Red Sox and Yankees are tied 8 games behind the Rays at 15-4.
The poverty Rays are doing it again, dude. The poverty Rays, man. Like
just to lose in the playoffs, though.
Man, all 3 Rays fans are happy right now. All 3 Rays fans are so happy right now. Also, man, like I'm so happy we installed those fans at the Trop again, dude. Like we need those because, dude, like we wouldn't be hitting these home runs like we are hitting. Dude. Like, man. So I'm shout out to the groundsmen up in St. Pete. They know when to turn on the fans. They know when to turn off the fans, man. So I'm happy for that. And man, dude, like, damn, like this team is worth going a distance, bro. Like this is that's crazy. Going 3 hours across the bay.
Well, the AL East is, as expected, the hardest division in baseball, all above 500 right now. Yeah. And then the AL Central is still one of the worst divisions in baseball. But
the Twins
are looking pretty good at 17-12. They're surprising, and the Guardians are under 500, also surprising at 13-15. But the rest of the teams are not being surprising.
The Tigers are low-key making a little bit
They're
little
10
bit
and
of noise.
17.
They make a little bit of noise.
Still, it's Javier Baez being disappointing.
They had he has like a 10 or 11 game hit streak. I mean,
No,
he's
he
still
does?
striking out a lot. Yeah, he's
He
still
strikes
striking
out a lot, but
he is striking out a lot, but he does have like either
I
an
didn't know
on base streak or a hidden streak.
oh man, I did not know that.
Yeah.
But the White Sox beat the Rays to avoid the sweep. But I'm not okay. We get it. They came back to the Rays. They had a no hitter, and then the Rays came back and won.
All right.
Okay.
All I'm gonna say about that walk off is, and I'm not making excuses. I'm just gonna say this: like they won it fair. You know, it's whatever. It was rainy and it was cold, so the it wasn't the right. You know, it just wasn't. And I mean, you can't win them all, man. I mean, that was like our 6th loss of the year or 5th loss. So
6th, yeah.
I mean, dude, you're gonna lose games, man. Like you're not gonna be 162-0, man. So
yeah, and then the Royals are at the bottom of the barrel at 7-22.
dude, they're going in full. Like, dude, I don't
see them being the worst though.
Oh hell no!
At the AL West, the Rangers are still being the best team in this division at 17-11, with the Astros trailing behind them by 2 games at 15-13. The Angels are also putting up a great fight at 15-14.
They always do this early though, and then they fall apart late season.
Yeah, I actually do think this is their best Angels team they had in years. Though
pitching, they don't have pitching. Dude. Like name one pitcher on that team that isn't Shohei Ohtani.
I'm pretty sure they did. They got someone. I just can't remember who. I really just
name one guy. They got Hunter Renfroe, which I think is a great pickup.
Hunter Renfroe.
Gio is a great pickup. Suarez is a great pickup. Brett Phillips is just a guy there. I mean, he just happened to be involved. Who else?
I mean, Patrick Sandoval is not bad.
But he's not like he's like a 4 guy.
Yeah,
4 or 2 guy.
No, I remember Matt Moore. He's nothing special.
Exactly. So he's a 4 guy.
But how is Patrick Sandoval doing this year? I'm actually kind of curious because I don't know. This pitch clock has been like helping a lot of people. He's posting a 3.1 ERA, not bad. But yeah, the Angels are being a little bit surprising. Being better.
They always are, man.
But I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
They should be surprising, dude. They got 2 of the best players to play.
They have the best players.
They are, yeah.
In baseball, which is kind of sad. They should be winning this division.
How about the Mariners, man?
Mariners disappointing. Back to their normal roots, huh?
Robbie Ray is down.
Yeah, he's out. Dude, he's out for the year. I'm pretty sure.
I mean, that contract as a whole, even just by last year's numbers,
they signed him that big contract just because he won Cy Young.
I know.
And then obviously the Athletics in last.
The Las Vegas
and we were wrong. They're not. It's not confirmed they're moving yet.
Oh, really?
I'm pretty sure I saw. I don't know. I saw something else the other day that wasn't confirmed that they're moving.
Dude, they bought land in Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's why.
But that doesn't mean because the Rays have bought land on the Tampa Bay side. That doesn't mean we're moving there.
Yeah,
you know.
So we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
We'll head into the NL East. The Braves are leading 3 games. The Rays are leading by 3 games, 18-9, with the Mets behind them, 15-12. Both of them doing very solid, and the Marlins are also tied with the Mets, super solid, 16-13.
Yeah. Let me tell you something about the Marlins, man. I think on paper Miami has a great team. Mm-hmm. I think they have a great pitching staff. I mean, I don't want to say they have a great pitching staff. They have a good pitching staff. Sandy, you have some other guys that I don't even know.
Sandy could win a Cy Young.
No, he's not. He's not having the best. I mean, it's early, but he's not having the best of starts I
know. I'm talking about in his career.
He'll win another Cy Young. Yeah, for sure. But I'm not talking about this year.
He's having a pretty solid year though. Still, he's a lot of strikeouts.
Like a 3-point-something ERA.
Sure. No, not having a good year. Never mind. I take that back. 5.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm. It's early though, so that's kind of inflated.
I'm just saying this pitch clock is messing up a lot of good pitchers.
Yeah, I know, but I think Miami on paper. I mean, the NL East is a hard division.
This is, in my opinion, the second hardest division in baseball. Which they could be the hardest, but they have the Nationals.
I think if they could beat the Phillies, which this is my bold take, if they could beat out the Phillies, and I mean they could either the Phillies or the Mets, okay, which I think is possible. They could be that last wild card seed.
They could. I think the Phillies will pick it up.
The Phillies will pick it up. That's why I'm saying the Mets. I mean, I know Scherzer is out with the suspension.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, appealed it, so he's still in right now.
He's not appealing though.
He isn't.
I don't. Yeah, he said he's not appealing it.
What the hell?
That means he's guilty for something, eh?
Well, I mean, like he had the stuff, but like he washed it off multiple times.
So this is what I know about this. So he had, you know what, like we played ball and we had rosin before, so we know how sticky it could get with sweat and rosin, right? You put it on your fingertips and you're gonna get that stick, right?
Yeah.
But if you put rubbing alcohol on your hands and then it's much more stickier and you're able to grip it.
Oh, he had rubbing alcohol?
I mean,
I remember
the amount of the stickiness, because this is what they said. The first time they said, "Hey, wash your hands," they did what they did to that Yankees player that same week. They're like, "Hey, wash your hands," and you're able to go back out. That's fine, right?
Mm-hmm.
They checked it the second time. They told them to do it again. So because they check your hands every inning or almost every inning. I'm not every inning. It's every inning. Yeah. But that third time they felt his fingers, and it was more sticky than anything they felt. So it just got sticky and sticky and sticky.
Because he was using rubbing alcohol, I see now.
Yeah.
But it's whatever.
Now that's just speculation, but like if you see sweat and rosin doesn't get that sticky. That's whatever. But if they're saying it's more sticky than what they have ever felt, it's not spider tack. But it has to be like either rubbing alcohol or witch hazel or whatever.
Yeah.
And rosin.
But back to the I like Max Scherzer, but it's whatever. It happened.
He'll be back. Hurt his career,
yeah, he's still a legend. But the Nationals are the bottom of the barrel at 10-17. The Phillies are 15-14. Having a mid-year so far, but the NL Central, one of the biggest surprises is the Pirates being the second best team in the league, 20 wins and 9 losses. Andrew McCutchen. He's great. Love to see him back in Pittsburgh. But the Brewers are second at 18-10. Cubs at third, 14-13. The Reds at fourth at 12-16. And the most surprising, Cardinals and the bottom of the barrel, 10-19.
Dude, this is like, but you got to think they don't have Yadier.
Because I mean, he wasn't their best player though.
I don't care when you have that leadership behind the plate. You could make, if you have a good catcher with the good leadership, that's going to be a whole new team. Because you got to think the catcher is the quarterback in baseball. They control the game. They control the pace. They're eye
of the field.
Yeah,
and it's just disappointing. Nolan Arenado's not having a good year so far.
His on-base percentage is higher.
His defensive wise, he's not having that good a year.
But offensive wise, he's having a pretty decent year.
Not his best year, but still pretty good.
Yeah.
But hopefully they pick it up. I really do like the Cardinals. And then the NL West, the Diamondbacks are leading the division still at 16-13. They're actually tied with the Dodgers. But kind of surprising. Dodgers not surprising. Padres not surprising either. 15-14. Giants 11-16. That's a little surprising. I thought they'd have a little more wins.
The Giants, they're gonna when they're good because they're gonna have that one good year, and then they're gonna fall off the table like that. Like a few years ago, they had 106 wins.
They did amazing.
And then that next year, they finished fourth, third, and
they also lost a lot of players though.
Yeah, I know, but still, but the Diamondbacks, I think they signed a lot of good players.
I didn't think they'd be this good so far.
They've signed a lot of veterans players. One of them being Longoria, which we know what Longoria can do when he's he's old, yes, but Longoria isn't having a bad year to his age range, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. And
just wish the Rays signed them.
I actually wouldn't have minded that. I really like Longoria.
Maybe he's still got
when I didn't mind the Rays, Longoria. It was when Longoria was there.
Everybody.
But in the bottom of the barrel is the Rockies in the West. This division is not really surprising other than the Diamondbacks. It's really what I predicted.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens by the end of the year. We're gonna head into a little bit of the stat leaders right now. Batting average leaders is Luis Arias of the Marlins at 438. Matt Chapman behind him at 384, and Ronald Acuna being 352. I'm not gonna lie, Luis is a little bit of a surprise.
No, it shouldn't be, dude.
Compared to I honestly thought I thought Ronald Acuna would be up.
I'll tell you why, man. Luis is a bat on ball guy. He is not hitting power. He's not. He's gonna. He like he does. He's not your power guy.
Yeah,
Like he is your leadoff guy. That if you need a base runner to get a knock, you put that guy in. He is a pure power hit, not power. He's a pure contact hitter. He also won the batting title in the AL. So he's last year.
yeah.
I don't know if you knew that, but so he has like this start. I mean, having a 438 average
Yeah.
this late. I mean, it's not late, but this like part of the season is kind of like crazy. But
Yeah.
Matt Chapman though, like he's kind of
He's good. I do really like Matt Chapman, especially when he was on the A's. He was one of the only bright spots about the A's, and then they traded him. And
like they all do.
Yeah, like they all do. And then Ronald Acuna obviously would be up there. He's a dog.
Yeah.
And then with home runs, Max Muncy is leading with 11 home runs. Patrick Wisdom? Yeah, the Cubs. Patrick Wisdom at 10, tied with Devers and Pete Alonso, all three of them at 10.
And then Brett
Rooker at 9
from Oakland.
Yeah,
like that is
the only bright spot of Oakland right now is him with the home run hitters. And then ERA, Sonny Gray of the Twins, having a phenomenal year of points. The only person under 1 in ERA. He's at 0.77 ERA with Garrett Cole at 1.11 and Justin Steele at 1.14. All like the pitchers right now are doing super good or super bad with this pitch clock.
I mean, I even see with like my team, Shane McClanahan is kind of like, kind of. I don't want to say he's struggling, but he's he's
not having like he did last year.
Oh yeah, definitely. He's not going to be the all-star starter.
Yeah, he has 5 wins. He's tied for first with wins.
Yeah,
right now.
I mean, but
I mean, it's the Rays are doing really good.
When you have the bats like that, you could give up 4 runs, it'd be fine. So.
Yeah, and then the last one we're going to talk about, last 2 is RBIs and saves, and we'll start off with saves. Josh Hader is leading with 10 saves. Emmanuel Class of the Class A or something of the Guardians, has 9. He's tied with Jordan Romero of the Blue Jays at 9 and David Bednar of the Pirates at 9. And then RBIs, we have Adolis Garcia of the Rangers. Yes. He has 30. Rosarena at 28 of the Rays. Devers of the Red Sox at 27. Jordan Alvarez also at 27 of the Astros, and then Matt Olson, another Oakland A that's gone on the Braves at 25. All doing fire. It's good for them.
What about home runs?
Home run,
we talk about home runs?
We had Max Muncy, okay. Dever, yeah. We talked all that. But that's going to wrap it up for Around the League, MLB. We're going to head into NHL playoff updates. Kind of disappointing. 2 big teams out. I mean, Lightning and the Bruins.
The Bruins, that's a big team. I mean, Lightning,
they just broke the record, and it's just, of course.
Yeah, I know. So
just say if I was a big hockey fan, I'd be so pissed right now. Yeah. But thank God I'm not.
So, and then with the Lightning, man, like, I if there was one team that I wouldn't, I don't want to say I wouldn't mind losing, but like if there's one team that I, wouldn't necessarily be too terribly hurt if they beat us, it would be the Leafs, because just the drought, and I mean their fans deserve it. I mean, I gotta say this, like I'm not a big hockey fan, so like y'all could send me out, but I feel like Leaf fans, like every Leaf fan that I ever interacted with was friendly. I mean, I know they're Canadian, but they're friendly.
Yeah.
So if there was any Leaf fans, they deserve this more than anything. But Boston, on the other hand, they don't deserve jack crap, man. Like, I'm just saying, but yeah, man. Like, I don't want to say it's a shock. I'll tell you why, man.
It happened to
the Lightning, dude. It happened to the Lightning, and they got swept in 4.
Hey, that means next year we're winning the championship, though.
Hey, you're gonna win 2 back-to-back. So,
hey. I like this.
But dude, like, yeah, I mean, it's just. I don't want to say I'm surprised.
Yeah, I kind of saw it. Like, I got my hopes a little bit when they got the lead last night, and then they lost it in the last minute.
I saw that. I was like, dude, are they? I kind of thought that Florida was going to pull the Lightning, but because like it was kind of hard because like I don't I don't want to see Boston move on, but then also I kind of don't want to see Florida move on. But like, it's
We'll move on, and then the Golden Knights did win their series against the Jets. They're moving on, as well as the Hurricanes beat the Islanders. They're moving on. The Stars as well beating the Wild, moving on, and then the Maple Leafs, like we said, they beat the Lightning, moving on. And the Oilers beat the Kings. They're moving on. The Kraken win the series against the Avalanche and are moving on. That's who I'm rooting for now in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I would love to see that
They
happen.
won a Stanley Cup, bro. That's crazy, man. Second year, man. That's wild.
Yeah. And then game 7 of the Devils and Rangers is tonight. We'll see what happens. Let's go. I don't really care who wins that, honestly.
We don't really need to even look at the score. We'll see it on TikTok with Frank's reaction.
Frank the Tank.
So.
But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated with the second round later this week. But we're gonna move on into a little segment we're calling John Tweets, because John has been on a Twitter rant ever since he got it. He keeps going on Twitter, and
I've been kind of like dying down on it.
He has been dying down. But okay, so the first one is, you've tweeted a lot about Live Golf, and what's just your take on Live Golf?
I like it. I mean, I watched two, I don't want to say two tournaments, but like if it's on and I'm at home, I'll put it on. I don't agree with the funding of it.
Yeah.
But that's for another time. But I mean, I think the concept behind it is a better viewing experience. And I think I think that's just how golf is supposed to be played, man. Like it feels like you're watching a group of boys just going out to the golf range and bumping music, bro. I mean, whenever you're seeing a guy tee off with no flocking in the background, bro, like can't even lie to you, that's kind of turnt, So, but yeah, I mean, I like it. I think the viewing experience is better. I mean, if I had to pick between that or the Masters, I'll 100% pick the Masters any day, because like
the Masters has Live golfers and stuff in it.
Well, the Masters are just everything.
Yeah.
But like the viewing experience is 100 times better than PGA.
Yeah. Okay. So. Well, the next one we have here is we went on Randy Arozarena, and
we want biggest meat rider of that, man, and I will admit that I am.
Hey, he is the best player on that race team, in my opinion. But it sucks that he's gonna be leaving because you won't have the money to pay him.
we maybe we did wander, so maybe we
exactly you did wander, so you're not gonna be able to do Randy. Well, anyway,
we'll see.
Is Bally Randy worse than Bally Randy worse than Fox Randy Arozarena? And if so, what determines that?
Okay, so I want to say this. So Randy is a great player no matter what, right? But when he it's not just Fox. I just threw Fox because that's what he was on. But I just want to put prime time. Like when he's on like a national televised game, he is different. I mean, I saw that game against the Fox, not Fox, but against the White Sox. I know it was against the White Sox, but it was at Tropicana. That place was bumping. And I mean, they I don't know if you saw this, but they got Randy Land on the left field.
Oh yeah,
they have Randy
I
Land,
did see
dude.
That.
That see that. So, but yeah, man. So what determines that? This is play, dude. I mean, he's an electric player.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I'm gonna bring this up, bro. Like whenever we played the Red Sox, it was on Fox, okay, and he stole home. I mean, shoot, bro. Like, who does that? Like Jackie Robinson, maybe? Like, who does that, man? So, but yeah, like if I had to pick one guy to save my life, if I was like, dying of a hit, I would pick Fox Randy Arozarena. Like, I need a hit, man. Put that guy in.
Well, the next one we have is Nick told me you tweeted a little bit about the Kings, actually. We talked about them a little bit of basketball.
Okay.
Nick said to ask you, what are 2 players on the Kings?
Okay. I could name one player. Okay. And it's that Fox guy. Who's that Fox guy? I don't know off the dome. De'Aaron Fox, bro. That was my guy, and that is my favorite guy on that team because I saw him pop off against.
He played with a fractured finger.
Yeah. but I can't name you two guys.
Valid. Okay.
So
I'll
I
give
can
that
name
to you.
one. I mean,
I'll give you this for the if this ever asks again. DeMontis bonus. He's
okay.
their center. Just remember that.
Okay.
All
I
right.
won't remember that. Okay.
And then the last one we have, you tweeted, Lakers always have that one white guy.
Am I wrong though? Am I
Now,
wrong though?
we're sure you're talking about Austin Reavers right now, but who have been their other white guys?
Kuzma. No, not Kuzma. He's light
Kuzma,
skinned.
you light skin?
That one bald guy, if you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
I do know who you're
about. That
talking
one
about.
bald guy. I just feel like every Lakers highlight postseason game I see, like even with Kobe and Shaq, like there's always that one white guy. I mean, look at dude, they had
the bald guy you're talking about, Alex Caruso.
yeah. And so but look at Chicago with Michael Jordan. They had Steve Kerr, dude.
Yeah, they did.
And that was that white boy that popped out. So there's always that one team that has that one white boy, and I think that's it. We need that, bro. We need that.
Oh, God. All right, well, that's gonna wrap it up for Don's tweets. We're gonna head into our last segment, which is draft day, fast food spots, and let me get the first pick on here, which is going to be.
Man, this is my first like podcast in like a month, bro. So it should be me. Like random. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'm fine with that. So
All right. So the first pick is me. I just did the spin the wheel, and John lost. However, it's okay, John.
I'm fine with that, man. Like,
with my first pick, give me Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, that's valid. That's valid. For me, give me Zaxby's.
Valid.
Gotta stay with the chicken, bro.
I do love me some Zaxby's.
Gotta stay with the chicken.
All right, give me just like the biggest fast food restaurant, McDonald's.
That's a safe pick, but I'll be honest with you, man. It's kind of going downhill, man. Like,
I mean,
it's still always gonna be up there. It's still always gonna be up there.
It's nothing I'll ever crave. It's just something like I like. It's good food.
It's like if
I
you're
just
going
eat
down
it.
the street and you're like, oh, I kind of want some food, and you
quick
see
bite.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
I got you. Give me Publix chicken. I just want to get this out of the way.
Like their public subs and stuff.
Huh?
Like the public subs and stuff.
Yeah. Just throw that in. Like just
All right.
public food, Publix food.
Publix.
I mean, a lot of fond memories, and you just can't go wrong with Publix chicken.
All right, I'll give it to you. I'll give that to you. With my next one, you know what? This is new in my area. There's been a couple new ones.
Culver's?
Give me Culver's.
Okay.
It's super good. I'm not
Have
going
you
to
tried the shrimp? The fried shrimp?
They have shrimp.
Yes, bro.
I did not know that.
Bro, you gotta try the fried shrimp, bro. That shit slaps, bro. All right.
We're gonna do 7 picks, by the way, since there's 2 of us.
Okay. Give me Sonic, bro.
I knew you were gonna pick Sonic. You love Sonic, dude.
It's not that I love Sonic. It's just I love their mozzarella sticks, bro, and you just can't go wrong with it, man.
You get cheese curds at Culver's.
No, is it good?
It's mozzarella bites. It's mozzarella stick bites.
Dude, I only been there twice, so
It's
actually no,
good,
I've been there
dude.
3 times.
It's good. Get the cheese curds at Culver's. With my next pick, give me PDQ. I love me some PDQ.
That's valid.
I love
I haven't
PDQ.
had that in a minute, but that's valid. Let's see what else, man.
I think I know what you're gonna pick next.
What?
I'm not gonna say because if you don't, I'm gonna get.
I don't.
Just
This is tough.
You can also
bro.
think of a commercial that happened. There's a.
It's not Burger King. No. Like I eat Burger King once a year, and I'm like, okay, that's it. Give me Checkers though.
All right.
Give me Checkers, man.
That's not what I thought you were gonna pick.
What was I gonna pick?
I thought you were gonna pick Wendy's.
Wendy's. Okay.
I'm not picking Wendy's. So actually,
Are you sure?
no, I'm gonna pick what I like.
Okay.
Give me Panda Express.
Okay. Yeah, that's valid. All right, just give me Wendy's. So
All right, Wendy's. Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 2 more picks. This is hard.
yeah, it's just dwindling down, bro.
Give me Popeyes.
Popeyes.
Yeah.
I can see that. That's good. Ooh, shoot. This is really dwindling down, bro. But Would you consider Hibachi Express fast food?
No, that's because that mainly sit.
But
That's
you
mainly
don't.
sit down.
You could pick it up.
But
Just like
that,
Publix. I mean, it's
I
just
mean,
like Publix in a
but
way.
Publix, you go like there's no sit down
I
at
guess.
Publix and
I
stuff.
mean, you can if you want. But that's besides the point. Damn, dude, this is tough, man.
You can go to
Give me
the
Hardee's, bro.
Hardee's.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
I'm not a
There's
big
only one
Hardee's
in.
guy.
There's only one in near here. I want to say that's down the road, but
Okay,
yeah,
yeah. Well, this is our last picks, and I personally do not like this place, but a lot of people do. Give me Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
I don't like Taco Bell,
Yeah,
but
it
like
gives
it's
you a rough.
huge.
It gives you a rough night. Um,
There's a couple you could go.
I'm looking at your list right now because like I'm kind of like running out of ideas.
You can get anything from here down,
Yeah, I
really.
see that. Give me Bojangles and
Bojangles, that was even on my list.
yeah, I had that. I only had it once, and I was in North Carolina, and it
I'm
was
not a
actually.
big Bojangles guy.
I mean, dude, I like their chicken. I mean, I only had it once, so I don't have a big serving size, but it's good.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. A lot of people do like it. Let me go over the teams real quick. Team might consist of Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Culver's, PDQ, Panda Express, Popeyes, and Taco Bell.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought like I didn't think you were gonna pick Culver's, bro. I was saving that.
I it's literally because of how it came here now. I've gone there like 3-4 times.
You know they're building another one down the street.
Really?
Yeah, you know where the Home Depot is.
Oh
Actually,
yeah.
no, you know where they're built.
Oh, so that
BB
that way. Yeah, I see.
yeah, like they're gonna have one over there, which that, and then they're gonna have one on the other side.
Oh, sick. That's wow.
So both sides of town. You know, like,
Well, Team John consists of Zaxby's, Publix, Subs, and their nice walk-up food. Sonic, Checkers, Wendy's, Hardee's, and Bojangles. Comment down below who you think won that draft. That's going to head us right into the post game. Thank you guys so much for listening to this episode of Against the Call. We are so glad we getting all these listeners now. We hit 500 followers on Instagram. And then if you guys ever are going to a concert or a baseball game, football game, you can use our code ATC for $20 off your first purchase. And then if you're a little tired going to those, make sure to hit up www.w.gg to get some W. Use our code Against the Call in all caps for 10% off your next purchase. And if you don't know what to wear, obviously you're going to wear our merch. So just hit us up for $25 shirts. It is great, comfortable, super soft shirts. But other than that, John, thank you for coming back on. We're going to see you again in the future, we hope. But other than that, anything you have to say?
yeah, dude, I'm still waiting for people to fire Todd Bowles. But other than that, dude, like that's all I gotta say, man. So fire Todd Bowles.